Setting off on a lap has been the most unforgettable experience of my entire life. From beautiful beaches to outback deserts, there is so much to see in our beautiful country of Australia. My name's Blake, and in 2024, I set off on a lap around Australia. So far, I've visited some absolutely breathtaking places.
This is full on, man. This is fucking insane.
And as you can tell, I'm loving it. So come join me for episode 21 of The Adventure. In this one, I explore the surrounds of Darwin and will show you the best free camp within close proximity to Darwin City. I then make my way towards Crocodile National Park, where I come across another awesome free camp and get to see my first ever crocodiles in the wild. Welcome to Blake Explores. So, where are we at? Last episode we were in Litchfield National Park exploring the beautiful scenery and waterfalls. I then headed north towards the Darwin River Tavern. I spent the night here, had a few bevies and a bangin' pub feed. We'll pick it up from the next morning.
What's today? Welcome back to another Monday. So
this ended up being like a 5-minute monotone conversation, so I'm not going to put you through that. But I will run you through the haps really briefly. So today we're going to see the cool animals they have here at the Darwin River Tavern, do some laundry in town, and then go find a free camp. Then tomorrow I'll fly home for my 21st birthday. Let's get into it. They had such a bizarre mix of animals, my favourite being the emus.
it's so weird. It's the most random selection of animals ever. But it's so cool. Like, I really want to pet emu now. I reckon an emu would be awesome.
It certainly would. Anyway, we then headed up the road to Berry Springs.
All right. Cars all parked up back there. Let's go suss out the Berry Springs. I wasn't going to swim. I was sort of, I don't know if I want to swim, but now it's starting to heat up. I don't know where I'm going, but I think I'm going the right way.
Berry Springs is a beautiful swimming location that has similarities to Mataranka in appearance, just not as warm as Mataranka. A swim at Berry Springs was a great way to kickstart the day. Anyway, it was now time to go do some housekeeping, so I drove up to the Coolangatta shopping centre.
So I was just eating my lunch, and this guy was doing a turn on the road behind me. I see him probably drive past in a second. That one there. And his canopy opened up and crap went absolutely everywhere over the road, like everywhere. So I quickly ran over and helped him get it all off the road and back into his car. But luckily, I think he was also using Kmart drawers, like the white drawers I have. And they smashed when they hit the road, but luckily they're like really cheap and easy to replace. So yeah, hopefully, it looked like a few sort of containers had smashed open, but it looked all good, which is lucky.
I then grabbed out my huge bag of laundry and headed into the laundromat. A few dry cycles and a couple of hours later, we were ready to go find our free camp for tonight. I found this spot about 40 minutes out of Darwin called Gunpoint. Let's go check it out.
This is awesome. Have a look at this. I'm so keen to enjoy this area. It's such a good way to wrap up the final camp of the Brisbane to Darwin leg. This is just hell yeah.
Gunpoint is truly an awesome camping spot. You Territorians are bloody lucky to have this in your backyard. In Brisbane, there's no chance you'd be able to camp on a beach this beautiful for free. That being said, there is one write-off, and that's the Crocs. Although a mate did tell me that he still swims here, he's just careful. The rest of the afternoon was spent kicking back and enjoying this beautiful sunset. And as my luck has it, this log that was smoking when I arrived caught on fire. How good is that? I didn't even have to light a match and I've got a beach fire. It was then time for dinner, and because I'm leaving to go to Brisbane tomorrow, I just loaded absolutely everything I could into some burritos. The next morning was a beautiful, still day, and clearly my thongs weren't having it. With everything packed, I set off from Gunpoint. The first stop was just up the road at this abandoned prison farm.
Hey, this fireworks. Some used fireworks. Probably shouldn't touch that before getting on a plane. I wonder if it's like a bomb shelter or something. It seems pretty big. Maybe like they locked the prisoners in here when they're being naughty or something. I don't know, but it's cool.
Is it miscommunication? Silence in between. One more awkward conversation.
So that was pretty cool in there. I decided not to go in because there was people living in there. I really wanted to go up the tower, but being completely by myself, probably not the safest idea.
The rest of the day was spent hanging at the Darwin waterfront precinct and then jumping on a plane to Brisbane. There was one bloody happy dog to greet me.
We're back in Darwin, baby. Just rocked up at the airport, walking to the car now. It's raining a little bit. It's not too bad though. But we're just heading to the long stay saver. I think I can see the front of my car. Hopefully everything is still all there, but should be cool.
It was about 3 AM, so we'll skip to Gunpoint.
Welcome back. It is Monday around 1:30. I've just been sort of relaxing. I'm getting a cold at the moment, so I've been feeling... I'm getting a cold at the moment, so I've been feeling pretty crappy today. So just a lot of chilling out, not doing much.
Cheers to the bro for the cold. Okay, so I ended up staying at Gunpoint for about a week. There was a few things I wanted to do, the first of which taking the canopy off the tray so I could run into town and get some grocery shopping. As you can see here, I clearly didn't jack the canopy enough and the tray scraped. Luckily though, it was only minor. Another thing I wanted to do was have a little explore around. I found this caravan that looked like someone was living in, and then on the very low tides of the top end, I found this abandoned car that had become an oyster stack. It was then time to do a job I'd been absolutely dreading, replacing the pinion seal.
So, trying to remove the pinion nut. I can't get enough pull from under the car. So what I'm gonna do is set up my winch with a pulley off a tree to get leverage to pull, but the issue is there's a circlet that's meant to be here and it's completely fallen off. So we're stuck a little bit now. It'll probably still work once it gets the pull, but it might let off and then it could cause disaster. I've got a fair few different circlets, but they all look like they're too big.
Then an idea was brewing.
Do I have any wire? If I had some wire. A zip tie will fucking do it. Alright, that is our fix. The zip tie. Should work for now. We're gonna go set this up. We'll see how the angle goes. I might have to set up a more complicated hook ground for the tree.
The zip tie idea was one I definitely now regret doing because it clearly didn't work.
Alright, that was a bit embarrassing, but we've got it set up better now. The block's sitting much better how it should. Rope's good.
The plan was to attach the winch to a breaker bar to undo the pinion nut.
There it is. Yes, we did it. Woo!
It was a bit of effort to set up, but it actually worked a treat. The next job was to get the pinion seal out. With my limited amount of tools, this whole job was not very fun. But in the end, after a long day, we got there and we were set to go.
Make sure it's on there.
I then switched the winch to the other side of the car in order to tighten the nut this time. Unfortunately, I did not have a torque wrench, so we're just going to have to hope and pray that it lasts. I gave this a few cracks and then hammered in the tabs on the nut, reattached the tail shaft, and we were set to go. Another job that desperately needed doing was defrosting the fridge. The heat and humidity of the Northern Territory made it a very quick process. Other jobs consisted mainly of cleaning and sorting things out. I wanted to pretty much have a reset and get everything to 100% before I set off on my next adventures. It was then time to put the canopy back on the car and pack away the legs. So the first step was inflating the airbags. Then, something pretty crazy happened.
Emergency, police, fire or ambulance.
Fire.
Fire? What state and town is the emergency in?
Northern Territory, I'm at Gunpoint.
Gunpoint?
Yes.
Gunpoint, Northern Territory, connecting fire, stay online.
Holy shit. Hey,
148130. Thank you. Call, what is your emergency?
Hey, I'm just at Gunpoint camping on the beach, and I've noticed about 50 meters back in the vegetation there's grass.
My GoPro died at this point, but pretty much what happened is I heard some crackling in the bushes and there was a massive fire spreading really quick, only about 50 meters behind my campsite. I was told that the fire was started very close to my campsite and had spread all the way down the beach.
And they're now spreading.
Oh, okay,
So,
yep.
just for your own safety, mate, you might want to pack up, maybe move somewhere else.
Yeah, yep.
Can you hear it in the bush, the fire?
Yeah, I called the fireys when I heard it
Yeah.
probably half an hour ago now.
You'll probably be right, but
Yeah, okay.
have you got a bin?
Yeah, I
give
can
you
chuck
that.
that.
Thanks,
Yeah,
mate.
no worries.
Cheers.
All good.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks for that.
It was pretty crazy. The cops are carrying these massive guns. I don't know if the Territory cops are just sick as and get to carry these big ones, or if these guys were like a special task force.
So the cops just came past. So after I called the fireys, and there you can see them walking along down there. They got like big ass guns, which is pretty cool, and a dog.
Most of the cars you can see here were people that had to move because of the fire.
So I was just down here packing stuff up at Gunpoint, and I heard this crackling, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" That's not like, I thought it was those little sparkly fireworks, but it's not. And I was like, "That's a fire," and that's like in the bushland behind me. Here's the chopper. Yeah, the fire was in the bushland behind me, so I was like, what the hell? And I could hear it was quite big, so I went back and had a look, and I was like, oh shit, this might like come towards my site. So I quickly came back up here, called the fireys, told them where it was, how big it was. It's like spread a fair bit really. It was roaring through. I'm lucky there's sort of a little waterway behind me, because I was thinking I'm gonna have to start packing up. But there's a lot of smoke here. And as I was calling the fireys, the police showed up in a car. They've actually been here for a while. I just didn't notice it was them. And they said, there's a guy running around with a knife. He's stolen someone's car and he's in Darwin and he came out here. And I was like, oh shit. Well, they said, did you light that fire? And I was like, no, it wasn't me. Oh, I can hear the fire. It's going again in there. But yeah, pretty much then they said, like, have you seen anyone? And I said, no. And then a bit later I went, hang on. Just back in the bushes here, I saw someone with like that fit the description, no shirt on, walking. And I thought nothing of it. I thought, oh, there's another group camping next to me or something. But no, it could have been that guy with the knife, just like not even 10 meters that way. So thank God he didn't come out a little bit further this way if it was him. But yeah, so pretty much now the helicopter's flying over this area, because that's where I've maybe have seen the guy. I think this is his car here that he took off in. And my campsite is literally like just here. So I'd say he must have ran in here, lit all these fires right going up there. And I'd say the helicopter is probably where he's been arrested. Pretty crazy.
Yep, pretty crazy indeed. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Oh, there we are. We're packed up now. I'm just gonna head straight into Palmerston. We're gonna head to the shops and then head into Kakadu probably. I think that's about all we have to do. Let's do it.
Oh, hello, Papa. Sweet like a lemonade. Take time, we can get a minute made. We can do something new, let me innovate. We can take it slow like we iterate.
It was pretty cool to see these guys having a bunch of fun on the beach. We then headed into the Palmerston shopping centre. $87 later, and we were ready to head east down the Arnhem Highway.
Your smile made me wanna stay. Come with me, we can break away. Give me time, let me demonstrate. Want you over, want you closer. Let me love you.
Because we had a late start, we didn't make it too far. But I found this awesome free camp that I'm going to show you.
So sweet like a lemonade.
Hell yeah. We're at camp.
We can do something new, let me innovate. We can take it slow like we iterate. So sweet like a lemonade. We can do something new, let me innovate. Take time, we can do nothing minute made. Take it slow like we iterate.
Welcome to Hardy's Lagoon.
So the reason I chose to camp at this spot here is 1, it's free, 2, it's close to Kakadu, and 3, there's been a lot of crocodiles sighted in this lagoon here. And I am yet to see a single crocodile on my trip so far, even though I'm like in Northern Territory, the croc capital. I think I should be able to see a croc if I'm lucky. If not, I might have like an unlucky charm.
Hardy's Lagoon is a pretty awesome campsite with ample space for many campers. There's also a boat ramp here, although you better watch your tides because it's pretty rocky at the bottom. The rest of the afternoon I spent relaxing, looking out for crocs, and doing a few chores like cooking some meal prep, as well as doing a water transfer, which went terribly wrong. I'll leave you with this audio and video for your entertainment. Just have a look how soaked everything is.
Oh, you
Once again, the zip ties failed me. To say it was a perfect morning would be an understatement.
I'm seeing my first ever croc in the wild. I've just woken up. Oh, I wish I had zoom on this camera. Oh, he just disappeared. He was just here, right there. Holy crap, what a sight to wake up to. My first ever crocodile in the wild. He's out over there. Oh, I should so get the drone up.
So lucky to see two crocodiles together. I don't know if they were fighting or something, but it was pretty cool to see this. I'd say for the first time ever seeing a crocodile in the wild, that's definitely got to be a pretty special one. To be able to capture two in one video is just unreal. There's no way I expected to see two, especially like up that close to each other. And we are going to end this one here. Cheers for watching and stay tuned for the next episode as we explore the beautiful Kakadu National Park. Catch you in the next one.